I have food on table, I have clothes on myself, and I have cell phone, I have computer, and you don't know how much struggle your parents have experienced. Talk to your parents. So for some questionnaire, I can see the parents indicate how much they have struggled in every day. Question number 6, passions, goals, and efforts. So every one of you, right now, you probably have a general idea and what you like and what you don't like, right? I will not say you are going to know whether you are going to study computer science or not, but probably you have a general idea whether I like science, math better, or I like the humanity or language arts better, right? You have some general idea. Then if you have a clear mind on what you are going to do in the college, which major you are going to take, yeah, you should let your counselor know. And I believe most colleges would like to know that too. But if you say, okay, I haven't made my decision yet, right? For some school, probably I will going to apply for business program. From other school, I probably apply for science program. That's fine too. You should indicate that. I probably go to either direction. That's fine. And if you are don't like your counselor to put in recommendation letter because you haven't decided, because you probably, for some school, you want to apply for pre-med, right? You want to become a doctor. And from other school, probably the law program is better for you. So you don't want them to put any single details to the recommendation letter to avoid confusion. That's fine too, just let them know. I haven't decided. And some people know, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick some job working with people. I like to get in touch with people. I like to work together with people. Or some students think, okay, I don't like to talk to the people. I want like spend my time quietly in front of the machine, in front of the computer, make some coding. Fine, that's it. You can indicate your preference. If you have a clear mind, you are going to do, for example, you want to do the biology in the future, biomedical in the future, I would like you to indicate since when you have such kind of mind. What kind of experience inspired you to look for that goal, right? You're probably going to visit Johns Hopkins and you watch the lab. You're probably going to the YouTube and watch a video, and you're so amazed by the fancy medical machine, and you just want to be part of this field. Indicate that. Then you have to list how much effort you spend on it. I mean, the effort is just not only you. Of course, you can say I take the AP biology at a school, and probably in your senior year you start to take post AP biology courses. That's fine, but I would like to see you to indicate what other effort you have made outside of school. After school, have you ever joined some research program at a college? Have you been the volunteer at some hospital or some biology lab or summer program? Indicate that. That's my goal, and I spend time, my energy on it. And the college would like to see you have passion towards one major and spend actual effort about it, so that they know once you join them, you may change your mind. Okay, right now you probably think you are going to study biology. Maybe after going to the college, in the sophomore year, at the end of sophomore year, that's the time most of the people need to make decision which major they are going to do. You probably switch to accounting, whatever. That's fine. This is not binding. Okay, during the college application, they are going to ask you for the major or your intended major on what kind of field. That's fine, but it's not binding. You can apply with your strengths. That means if you spend most of the time on computer, you just pick the computer as the major going to apply for the college. And once you're in college, you have lots of time, in probably close to 2 years, to explore other area, other subjects, and make decision at that time. And the college knows that. Probably 70 to 80% of the students will change their mind after they're going to get into the college. But once you indicate you really had a goal and you spend time on it, they probably know you are going to do the same in the college. That will push you towards success. Then you probably can indicate what subjects you like best, right? Then what kind of effort you spend on that subject, some actual effort out of school. Your counselor didn't know right now, but they are going to know once you tell them. This is about your curiosity, right? Okay, so you can share the most wonderful moment at high school. Okay, probably in the U.S. history class, you like one paper so much. The teacher asks you to write an essay about a time, like one essay, and you have to include 5 books or 5 or 8 reference into it. You really enjoy that project. Or during the AP chemistry class, you really enjoy one experiment. Show them what kind of things you enjoy the best. So the counselor will know you better. So they are going to, through all the questions, they know you better. They are going to put all what they know into the letter. Many of our students, we are coming from the new immigrant parents. Families. So our family experience a lot of difficulty once they arrive at US. So you have to let your counselor know your family background. Okay, maybe your parents are divorced. Maybe you're coming from a low-income family, and your parents don't speak English, and you cannot get too much help for your parents on education. All they can do is just put you into brown science or sometimes send you to the tutoring class. That's all they can do. They cannot search for the opportunities for you. You have to let your counselor know, because other than that, they probably assume you're coming from a rich or middle class family. Your parents are professional. They can speak English very well. They can look for the opportunity for you. That's a totally different story. You have to let the college know in what kind of environment you are growing up. So they will think about it, because they are going to, because what you achieve right now, if you put into one background. So your parents don't speak English, low income family, and some family have difficulty, right? Special difficulty, finance, or some like immigration issues, or some medical issues. The parents may get sick, or you have the grandparents living together with you. They need a very intensive medical care, and you help them. You help babysit your siblings. You help your parents to run the family business. All these things will be considered into your college application, and college would like to know everything about you. They are not going to compare you with another child from a middle class family. They are going to think about it, because all you achieve is based on this situation, this condition. So you have to let your parents or let your counselor know. What happened is, I know our parents usually would like to sacrifice everything for you, okay? Even they are struggling every day for their daily life. They don't let you know, okay? Some of you probably think, I'm fine, I'm perfectly fine. I have food on table, I have clothes on myself, and I have cell phone, I have computer, and you don't know how much struggle your parents have experienced. Talk to your parents. So for some questionnaire, I can see the parents indicate how much they have struggled in every day. But their child say, I'm fine, I've never seen any difficulty in my life. So when you have these 2 responses from one family, how can you persuade your counselor to write a consistent contents in your letter? So for this question, you have to talk in very detail with your parent. Probably your parents don't like you to know, because they don't want you to worry too much. But at this moment, you have to let your counselor know. If due to some external factors, you didn't perform very well in certain grade or certain subjects, you'd better let your counselor know, okay? Maybe during the freshman year, your parents divorced. That impact your mood, and you're underperform in the school. So you have to let your counselor know, that's why I didn't perform as I should be able to do, and you have to let them know. So they are going to put a recommendation letter. Say, this child experienced a very difficult time at family, and AO, you should not consider too much about this part of grade, and he improves a lot later on, that will be justified. And recommendation letter is the best place to justify and give the explanation. Of course, during the college application, I will show you where you can give explanation on this special situation, about this special situation. But recommendation letter will be a very good place to indicate that. So everything you have to let your counselor know. Okay, this one. Counselor would like to know your potential topic on Common App essay. This year's essay topics are the same as last year. They are 7 topics. Basically, there's no topic because the last topic is try to share whatever you want. It's like a free, like an open response. Because what kind of topic you pick means what the area you really want to emphasize on your application. And your counselor will match your essay topic to emphasize that area in recommendation letter. The whole package should be very consistent. Whatever you put on application should match to whatever in your recommendation letter. And they are going to red flag anything they think is conflict, okay, during the college application review. They are going to red flag them, okay? So you have to have the very good communication with your counselor. Right now, probably you don't have any idea what are you going to write. You can start thinking about it, okay? They are going to, it's on the website, 7 topics, it's there. They are over there. You can start thinking about it. Okay, now I have to go through the parents part with you because some of your parents don't speak English. You have to help them to organize what they think and put into the essay, put into the questionnaire. Okay, your parents need to tell a story about your and it's about your personality, your characters. So they have to think about a story. But if your parents only think, okay, I remember what you did when you were 3 years old, that's not a good story, okay? College doesn't really care what you did when you were 3 years old. They care more about what you did in high school. If your story can extend back to when you were 3 years old, that's fine, right? For example, some students, they practice Taekwondo for a long time. They got a 2nd or 3rd degree black belt right now, but they start many years back. They can start mention about that. But other than that, don't mention about your 5th grade science fair, you get a trophy or something like that. It doesn't help. So try to explain it to your parents. Give the story during your high school years. Your strengths, you have to indicate that, but they are going to describe the strengths in a different point of view. They will describe from the family situation. You probably describe at work or at classroom. They can match up with each other, but they don't have to repeat. I don't want whatever you put on your questionnaire is repeat whatever your parents' questionnaire. It doesn't make sense. Your parents should give more information. So your parents should describe your life outside of school, your motivation, your independence. That's the best part they can offer because the teacher doesn't know how independent you are. You probably make lots of decisions by yourself. You decide what kind of class you are going to. You even decide what kind of volunteer work you are going to take. You look for the volunteer work by yourself. So your parents are the best person who describe you at this question. Okay, it's also about the goals and your efforts. Okay, so your parents should indicate from a family point of view, whatever you have done outside of school. Also, your parents will describe your family backgrounds, your hardship from family point of view, so your counselor will know better. Especially your duty at family. If you help your parents running a family business, you work how many hours in your parents' restaurant, or if your parents running a laundromat, how many hours do you spend on it? What kind of job do you take, right? What kind of suggestion did you offer to your parents to run the restaurant or the business in a more efficient way? So they are all very good example to let your counselor know. So if you have like a sibling who has a learning disability, or your grandparents need special care, and you help your parents taking care of your grandparents, those are very good story, and your parents have lots of room to show that. So middle class students, probably you take vacation during the summer. You went to China, or you joined some cultural exchange program, visit some maybe some country in Europe or Mexico. You probably have the local students in China. Like in China, you have the local remote area students to learn English and to build up robotic team, or to help them on English writing. Those are very good experience. You should let your counselor know. Okay, the tips of the preparing questionnaire and the survey. First, take your time. It's not assignment you can finish in 4 or 5 hours. Definitely not. You can finish in 4 to 5 weeks. I really appreciate it. Because as I told you, that's the one of the few places you can enhance your application. So spend time, think about it, put on the first draft, then think about it, talk to your parents. Sometimes you need to talk to your friends, okay? And lots of students don't know their strengths. I ask them, what kind of strength you have? I don't know. I'm normal. Everybody is better than me. They think that. But ask your friends. Your friends sometimes say, oh yeah, you're cheerful, you're helpful, you comfort me when I had difficulty. And you are going to talk to them and get some help from them. Also, you can help your friend too. And they probably don't have a very clear mind about themselves, because for past few years, your guys work so hard to keep the GPA, to take AP, to go into the extracurricular, running from activity to activity. You just lost your mind, right? You never have a chance to sit down and think about it. What I like, what I don't like, what I'm going to do, what kind of college would I like to apply, and what kind of college is the best fit for me. You never got a chance to think about it. So spend time with your parents, especially during spring break when you visit the college, and during the car trip, you have a couple hours together with your parents. You never have such a long time with your parents, right? So you can talk to them, and they can describe from their point of view. Your friends will tell you, oh yeah, I really enjoy being with you because you helped me so much about it. And do you remember when I was so upset about test grade? You comfort me, you ask me to look at the issue positively, you help me on my schoolwork. So you're going to think about it. Spend time. Think thoughtfully, okay? Never put a simple statement on it, okay? If you don't carry your application, nobody else can, okay? If you think, okay, this is just assignment, I don't trust I'm going to go to any good college, so I don't take it seriously. I put whatever I think into the questionnaire. Whatever if you put a garbage in and garbage out, okay? Everybody, if you studied computer science, you know that. You put garbage in into a computer and you get garbage out. So whatever you put into your questionnaire will be reflected in your recommendation letter anyway. So never treat it as, okay, whatever I'm put in, and don't think the teacher will grade it or improve it for you. Nobody will, okay? Unless you ask for the external help. Like you may ask the parents, say, okay, I really need some extra help. Your parents will talk to me, say, okay, I want you to talk to my son or talk to my daughter, and to talk about it, what kind of things I should put into the questionnaire or should not. We can talk about it in detail privately, or you can talk to your counselor, but don't expect counselor will have time for every single student. They don't. So if you put an essay or English essay, you put whatever there and submit to a teacher, you expect teacher can grade it or change it to give you a suggestion. But this issue, nobody will, unless you ask for actual help. Okay, so very, very careful, be very, very careful. It's your job, it's your college application, it's your recommendation letter. If you don't care, nobody else will care. If you care and you ask your parents for extra help, and some adult or your parents will help you organize the thought. That'll be fun. You have to review the whole package carefully, okay? Make sure that all the answers are consistent. Whatever your answer and whatever your parents put in the questionnaire should be consistent. I don't want your parents think, say, my son's goal is to become a medical doctor, and in your part of review, say, I want to become a lawyer, okay? There'll be a joke. Your counselor doesn't know what to do. So you have to talk to your parents very carefully. And parents, when they have their job, they have their own story to tell. And you have your own stories to tell. But the theme, the topic, the area you really want to emphasize should match together. It's a whole picture. So I wanted you to review it as a whole package, and the one you put into the whole package should be reflected accurately in your college application. Thank you.